typically the coffee mugs in my house, which are all brand new, are usually empty. But lately I've been developing a little bit of a habit of going to Starbucks. Allow me to explain. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to share some of my recent go-to menu items at Starbucks as far as food and coffee. Now, I don't consider myself a coffee drinker yet, probably never, but I have been trying out coffee on an occasional basis every few days at different times of the day. It doesn't matter, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening, and always from Starbucks. And the reason is probably because I guess I like the experience. I like just the ambiance of drinking the Starbucks coffee. It is takeout, but I will have it in my car or I'll bring it back home. And I just like the experience of drinking that particular brand of coffee. So yeah, I don't really have any opinion or any kind of valuable information to give you as far as how it compares to other coffees from other places, because I'm not a coffee drinker. This is just my personal experience, so take everything you hear with a grain of salt. But here goes. I've recently been consuming breakfast items at Starbucks, and I have to say, I have found them to be surprisingly good. The main sandwich that I have been getting regularly is the reduced fat turkey bacon. This sandwich is a very simple one. It's just, it's not that big. It's just eggs on an English muffin with turkey bacon. Now, it's pretty good because I can eat that fast. It doesn't make a mess. It's quick to make. They just heat it up right away and you're out the door with it. And it's easy to eat in the car. It doesn't crumble up into a million pieces. The packaging is good. You get some napkins. You're good to go. On your way having breakfast, or as I do, not only will I have it for breakfast, sometimes I've had it in the evening or around lunchtime. Now be careful in the evening, because sometimes for some reason I think these are pretty popular. I guess I'm not the only one that likes them, and I have noticed that they do tend to sell out in the evenings, especially towards the nighttime. So be careful there. If you want it, go early and grab it just to be safe. Now this sandwich is gonna be your very low calorie sandwich that you can get at Starbucks. It's about 200 or so calories, maybe 215, 220-ish. Just, go on the way. I'll probably put something listed out for you in a little more detail somewhere on the screen, but about 220 calories or so, something like that. And it's pretty good. I like the fact that it doesn't fill you up too much, so that's important if you're the kind of person that likes to eat breakfast or just eat your sandwich and add some other things to your meal. This way, you don't have a ton of calories just piling up on top of each other, and that could cause some issues if you're a person that's trying to watch your weight, trying to control your figure, or whatever the case may be. I'm not. But I'm still mindful, and I want to share these thoughts out there and put them kind of in that perspective, only because I know a lot of people are watching their weight, counting calories, or even just trying to be more healthy. You don't have to be too, hardcore about this. I know a lot of people, are trying to be healthy. Health is top of mind with a lot of people today, and I know that it's a popular topic, and I just want to frame any kind of food discussion into, at least partially, into that arena of health. So yeah, this is a pretty healthy sandwich, all things considered. It's fast food, but it's only a couple of hundred calories, and it gets the job done. It's got a decent amount of protein, a little bit of fiber, good amount of calories, not too much, not too little. It's actually not that much at all. A lot of things have a lot more calories than this. So this is a great choice. I get it regularly. I approve. Another sandwich, the Impossible Breakfast Sandwich. Now, this one is, again, I don't get it as often as the other one because it's got a significant amount of additional calories, and I don't feel that it tastes any better. It doesn't taste bad. It still tastes pretty good. The main thing about this one is that it has the plant-based sausage added to it. So you still get the regular eggs, you still get a bread. I don't believe it's an English muffin, it's something else, but it's a bread. And again, it's just a plant-based sausage. So I guess that's why they call it the impossible, breakfast sandwich, right? So it's good. I like it. I still approve of this sandwich. It's a good sandwich. It's gonna be, again, a lot more calories. It tastes good, and it is still pretty healthy for you. But again, it is, quite a bit more calories than the previous reduced fat turkey bacon sandwich. So impossible breakfast sandwich, I like it, I approve. If you want a little change of pace, a little variety, and you don't want to stick to one sandwich, as I did, that's exactly why I had this sandwich. It's good, I like it, and definitely recommend it. Next on the list is coffees. Now again, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I will tell you that I have been drinking more coffee recently, and my go-to coffee, I'm not gonna waste any time, is the Cafe Americano. I get the grande size. And why do I get the Cafe Americano? Very simple. It's not only is it low calories, just wanted to throw that out there again, I wanna keep mentioning it. It's about maybe 15 calories or so for the grande size that I get. You can get I think you can get a little bigger, a little smaller size, but I get the kind of the one in the middle, and it's a good size. So I like having that size. 15 calories. It's just literally espresso with water, and it does taste a little bit like if it's it tastes a little bit smooth. I like the way it tastes. I like the texture, and from what I understand, it's the combination of espresso and the water, just the way they mix it up. It makes it taste more than just what the ingredients would sound like. It's not just literally, from a taste wise, to me, it doesn't taste just like espresso and water. It tastes like it's got a little added kick to it, a little added sweetness, but it doesn't. It has 0 sugars, no sweetness, but I do add artificial sugars. So I do add like Splenda, Equal, whatever it is they have in Starbucks. I usually add that to my coffee, and I stick with that. Only because I add about 3 or 4 of them, only because, I'm not gonna lie, I do honestly want it to be a little bit sweeter. But again, it's still very low calories, even with the artificial sweeteners. Probably doesn't add any sugar, any calories, or a negligible amount of calories, if any at all. So Cafe Americano, 15 calories, and you can artificially sweeten it if you want to make it even better. I think it's a great option. It keeps me warm. I hold it in my hands, and it's just something that you can hold. It keeps me warm. I like the experience. It's nice. Am I a coffee drinker? No. I mean, I can go a week, 2 weeks without having it and be totally fine. It's not an issue. But again, just from a standpoint of out of boredom, just to break the boredom, I started drinking it, and I don't even drink the whole thing sometimes. I just like to have it. It's weird. It's an expensive prop basically to hold in my hand, but I do drink it, and most of the times I do drink it, but sometimes I do just keep it around. Keeps me warm. I like kind of the smell of coffee in the air. So, but I'm still not a coffee drinker. I just want to stress that, so I'm not going to give you any opinions about the actual coffee quality itself. To me, it tastes good, but hey, take that with a grain of salt. Next on the list is another coffee drink that I think is a little more kind of breaking from the traditional, I think anyway, coffee type, plain coffee drink, and that is the flavored coffees from Starbucks. Now, they have a featured coffee for this fall holiday season, which is the pumpkin spice flavorings. And the one I like to get, the pumpkin spice latte. This is a good drink. It tastes really good. I'm not gonna tell you that it's not sweetened, because I think it is sweetened. In fact, I'm gonna look all this up later, but to me, it tastes sweetened. And I believe, from what I remember reading on the menu, this is probably gonna be several hundred calories. So again, not like a diet drink. And the thing about this drink is, if you drink it with your breakfast, say as an example, you're gonna add the hundreds of calories for your sandwich, hundreds of calories for the pumpkin spice latte. Now it's starting to add up. So just be careful there. Again, only if you're watching your weight, watching your figure, counting calories, whatever the case may be. Again, I am not, so I will have it from time to time. but I still want to bring this to your attention in case you are. I would not recommend that you drink this coffee with a breakfast. In fact, what I recommend that you do is just have this like in between meals, and maybe just as a way to suppress your hunger, because caffeine does have an ability to suppress your hunger. So if you could use this pumpkin spice latte, which has several hundred calories, if you could use it to buy you a little bit more time until your next meal, so you don't eat something and you can go a couple more hours without eating. And if that helps you to lose weight, if that's something that you're into, then use this as a tool, and maybe you won't be wasting away all those calories for nothing. Although it tastes pretty good, so if you just drink it for the taste, I'm not gonna say that you're wrong. It tastes pretty good, and I definitely approve of this taste. It's nice. And by the way, this is coming from a person that never knew he liked pumpkin. So pumpkin flavored, I never knew I liked it, but I do like it. I approve. Next on the list, and I'm gonna end it with this one, it is the Nitro Cold Brew. Now, Nitro Cold Brew is something that I have also been trying out quite a bit. It's kind of like my 1-2 punch combination. I don't have it at the same time, but I do have it. I alternate. Sometimes I'll have the Cafe Americano, and sometimes I'll have the Nitro Cold Brew. And the reason I like the Nitro Cold Brew, I'm gonna come back to this, it's relatively low calories. It actually is one of the lowest calorie drinks that I think they have at Starbucks that actually tastes like you're drinking something a little more special. Cafe Americano, it's good, I like it, and I sweeten it up with the artificial sweeteners, but it's still, there's no denying that it's just your basic coffee and water. But for some reason, the espresso, the Nitro Cold Brew is actually pretty good. It kind of makes me think that I'm drinking something that's a little more special, a little more higher end. It's actually pretty good, pretty healthy for you. So if you want a nice treat from Starbucks that is something a little bit different, it tastes a little bit smooth, and I believe they told me that the way the nitrogen is injected or infused into the coffee, into the drink, it does help it get like a little bit of a sweet taste and a nice smooth texture to it, which I like. Again, all this contributes to the special nature of this drink at Starbucks. I approve of it very much. Definitely try it out. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Again, it's not that much calories, and if you want to stay healthy, this drink is another good one, and the taste is pretty good too. I approve. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. I've been very surprised, pleasantly surprised with these menu items at Starbucks, and I hope that you go there and give them a shot. Hopefully this video has given you a little bit of motivation to get out there and enjoy some Starbucks. Go to the drive-thru, pick it up, eat it, drink it in your car, eat the sandwich in your car, or go back home and take it home with you. Doing these little things here and there, if you can, if you're able to do it, if you can afford it, and if you have the time, and if you are comfortable doing it, and if you can do it safely, I think these are good ways to kind of break up the monotony, the boredom, and just the cabin fever that everybody seems to be having. So until the next video, guys, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.